Okay. This guitar is getting a B bender in it. I've already drilled that hole just because. But I figured I better do a video on this because somebody just asked me, hey, I'm getting ready to ship my guitar to you for a B bender install. And a friend of mine said, hey, it plays really good. You know, I really like the setup. Don't take the neck off. Just leave it the way it is. And I'm like, well, yeah, you could do that, but it's going to cost you a bunch more. All I need is the body. You can leave the electronics in it. I don't care. But you're going to save a bunch of money if you take the neck off of the guitar when you send it off for a bender install. So if you're sending me a guitar, Forest Custom Guitars here in Waverly, Tennessee, all you got to do is take the neck off the guitar, send me the body only, and I'm going to show you right now how to make sure that your action stays where it's at. Because right now this guitar plays great, the action's right, everything's good. The neck's seated properly, so you ain't got to worry about that. So I'll jump into the next section of this video, hopefully without having to edit anything. But I'll probably have to edit something. Anyway, the key factors here are, you want to have some green tape or some blue tape. Just regular old clean release, duck clean release tape. It's El Cheapo stuff. It's like $2 or $3 at Walmart. This you get at an auto parts store or a paint supply store. This is about $8. This is the good stuff. This is what I usually use. But either will work. And the whole point of it is what you're going to do is you're going to take all the strings off and you're going to unscrew the neck. Just unscrew the neck plate, take the neck off. If it has a tilt adjust, then you want to tape the back side of the tilt adjuster. Take a piece of this tape and roll it up, stuff it in that hole. And then in the neck pocket, which I don't have one handle readily available, in the neck pocket where that tilt adjust is, then you want to just take a little piece of this tape and just tape that down and make sure that your little neck adjustment screw, you want to just tape that down and make sure that that thing is stuck down if it's got the tilt. And then on the saddles, basically you're doing the same thing, but what you're going to do is you're just going to take this piece of tape and you're going to run it across the top of the saddles. Of course, this one's not long enough, but cut another little longer piece. So you take the strings off, take the neck off, and then you take a piece of tape and you tape across the top of the saddles like this, making sure that it covers all the saddles and tapes them together. Get the sides down. You're wanting to tape those saddles together, and then you also want to make sure that it's touching all the screws on top if it's this type of bridge. That way you've got the saddles tightened together and you've got a piece of tape on top. They're not going anywhere in shipping. It ain't going to go anywhere. It's just like having strings on it. They're not going to unscrew. And if one of them does happen to unscrew or something, it's not that big of a deal. But that way, when you get the guitar back and you slap your neck back on it and you string it back up, the action's exactly the same spot where you had it before I did the bender install. So, that's pretty much it. And the guitar doesn't sound half bad like that. It's kind of interesting little, you know, thing you can do. Takes all the ring out of the guitar. Trying to play it with tape across it. Actually, let's do another little experiment. Let's take this piece of tape, stick it across the top up here. There we go. Nah, it doesn't work up there. It sounds like a banjo, and we don't want our Telecasters to sound like banjos. Unless you're specifically going for that banjo, you know, type thing. Anyway, yeah, so shipping your guitar, do this first. And that way, when you get it back, I'll have that bridge exactly in the same spot. Okay, the next thing is you want to make sure that you got 2 inches of bubble wrap. And I'm not talking about cheapo bubble wrap or anything like that. Whatever you do, don't go grab 14 of these things and use these for bubble wrap. Besides that, it's illegal, and it says right here, don't do that. This is property of the United States government. And if you use these for shipping without actually buying a label, then you are violating the laws of the United States of America. Not cool. Don't do that. So, for the person that did that, don't do that again. Talking about this kind of bubble wrap. Big stuff. Okay, 1-inch bubbles. You want 2 inches of bubble wrap around your guitar body. So you could double this up, put this on top, put this on the back, and here's a box. Here's a box somebody shipped a guitar in. This is the right size box. This might have been a Warmoth box at some point. Let me see. It doesn't have a thing on it, but it's a U-line box. This is 20 by 14 by 4. Perfect size box. So, take a box like this, bubble wrap it, take a piece of cardboard, just any random piece of cardboard, stick that down between the bubble wrap and the guitar, or even some painter's, you know, you could even use newspaper, but you want 2 inches of bubble wrap all the way around the guitar, all the way around it. Okay, and then okay, so here's a test guitar body that I've got. This one doesn't matter because I use it for other things. It happens to be old beachy wood, but you want at least 2 inches around this whole thing. So you're going to want more over here, a couple inches in the back, all the way around it, and then you got enough room for 2 more inches across the top. You got to have 2 inches all the way around it, because if something happens to this guitar for some reason, after you ship the guitar, bam, something happens to it, pops a couple bubbles, gets a ding, whatever. The point is, unless you have 2 inches of bubble wrap around that guitar, UPS, FedEx, none of those guys are going to pay your claim. It's that simple. You got to have 2 inches of bubble wrap around it. I think it's in the little fine print that nobody ever reads when they ship stuff. So, back to the thing. If you want to make sure that your guitar arrives safely here and back and save a bunch of money, go get some of those. You can order those boxes from Uline. You can even cut down a box from somebody else. You can even use an Amazon box. Check this out. Hold on. Here's a guitar body I got in from somebody. Let's see. This is an Amazon box. It's a It's almost the perfect size box. It's almost the same size box as that last one. What is this? This is a thin line. So this is a thin line Telecaster body. Again, 2 inches of bubble wrap or popcorn. Take the neck off. This one didn't come with anything because it's just the body. There's no electronics or anything. But West Rock, Brownstown, Michigan. So this one came from Michigan, but this is an actual, like, somebody bought something from Amazon and it happened to be the perfect size shipping box. So it's a little bit shorter, but it's 1 inch taller, same width, and a couple inch shorter. You can still get a couple inches of bubble wrap around it. So back to the bridge. Just make sure that you tape the bridge, and so the saddles can't move up or down, and the screws can't come out. Because the worst thing that could happen if you're shipping a guitar without strings, guitar body or body and neck, and you got the string slacked, is if the guitar gets knocked around a little bit and these screws come undone and one of these little bastards gets out of here and it's rattling around against the body, slapping on the body, you could get little dings all over the place. Always tape the saddles. Always tape the saddles. Unless you're sending the whole guitar strung up, always tape those saddles, and then you'll never have to worry about it. And when I ship it back, I'm going to tape these saddles just like that so that they're exactly in the same spot that they need to be. I'll probably slap a dummy neck on it. If I'm doing a Bendor install and all you're doing is shipping the guitar body to me, then I'm going to slap a dummy neck on it. I'm going to tune the Bendor. I'm going to make sure that everything works perfect and make sure it's in tune. Stop points are good, feels good, tension's good, everything's right. Then I'll take the neck back off of it, ship the guitar back to you, and you'll always notice that I've taped the saddles. There's a reason for that. So hopefully you get something out of this, and if anybody wants a Bendor install or a double Bendor install, that's a little bit more difficult when you just send the body. But if you do, what I'll do is I'll put dummy screws in here, and I'll tape those screws in because there is a little bit of tension on the G Bendor itself. G Bendor and B Bendor are two different mechanisms. But I'll put 832 screws in here, and then when you do the neck install afterwards, you take one of those out. Well, first you slap your neck back in the pocket. You take one of these out, put a neck screw in it, get it tight but not too tight, and then you take the other corner out, kitty corner, pull that one out, put your neck screw back in it, get that snug, go back up here, pull that one out, get it snug, pull that one out, get that snug. Throw those away if you want, doesn't matter. But that's how you do it on a double Bendor. So hopefully this explained everything that you need to know, and I'm going to post this video because I got one guy that's getting ready to send me a guitar for a Bendor install right now, and I want to make sure that he knows how to do it because he just asked me these exact questions. So anyway, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, whatever it is that you need to do if you like and want to subscribe to this stuff. If you think I'm boring and you're tired of this, tell me in the comments. Let me know what you think that I need to do to make you guys happy, because that's what I'm here for. I am on this planet to make people happy, playing guitar, working on guitars, and spreading the Bendor love to people. That's my main thing. Is I love B Bendors and G Bendors. And come to the Nashville show, come to the Dallas show, the Dallas International Guitar Festival. I'm bringing two extremely rare guitars with me to both of those shows. One of them is a pedal bender that just nobody has. And I've got a couple of those in my collection, and I've really been wanting to show it off to people. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that out, because when somebody comes over to the house, I always, pull out the collection and, show off all my stuff I've been collecting since I was a kid. I'm a total Bendor nerd. So just to let you know that I'm a total Bendor nerd. Have been my whole life since I was about 13 years old. I love Bendors, all things Bendor. It's kind of crazy that I ended up being a Bendor installer guy, or even worse, that I ended up building guitars for, for a living, because it's not good for the old picking hands. But anyway, hopefully y'all got something out of this, and if you want to know anything specific, let me know. I do have a Patreon page too. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's probably something like Forest Lee Jr. or whatever, but basically, if you want to know anything else about Bendor installs, hit me an email on the website, forestcustomguitars.com, forestleejr.com, or through this YouTube channel. I will get messages. I might not get them quite as fast. And then if you know somebody that knows me, they probably already have my phone number. So you can always send me a text. If you call me out of the cold, I won't pick up. But if you send me a text first, it's a pretty good chance I'm going to call you back. So anyway, have a good one. Appreciate it.